like it's supposed to.
That is weird.
For some reason. I had to go to Fayetteville today.
Ew.
I'm glad you made it back.
That was my reaction as well.
That doesn't wash off,
who
you
made
know.
it back?
Yeah, Fayetteville's not clever enough to have some sort of evil take my place. It would just shoot
Something
me in the face.
returned. But was it Chewie?
Anyway, here we go. Ow, jam! Hello again, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Monday Night Magic here on twitch.tv/themanapool. Hey! Because that's where we do this. We do this live on twitch.tv/themanapool Monday nights at around 8:30 p.m. Eastern-ish. Cluze is sometimes late, so we start later.
Hey, whoa, look. I don't think it was my fault this time.
We hit start stream a minute early, so no, it was not your fault this time.
It can't be your fault if we're early.
Okay, just checking. It's my fault we were early, damn it.
Yes.
How dare I?
Why am I
Hacking too much time.
I'm getting notifications on Twitch. I don't understand. Anyway, so hello, this is
Like you to know things.
This is Monday Night Magic number 619. Shout out to San Diego and
San Diego.
all of the Rey Mysterio Jr. fans out there. Because 619.
And Carmen.
And what?
And Carmen.
Carmen?
And San Diego.
I see what you did there.
It wasn't funny, but I said it.
It really wasn't.
It
No.
wasn't, and you did.
I'm gonna give you the 619 next time I get you in a wrestling ring.
Noted.
It's Rey Mysterio's finishing move. It's the 619.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as there's a one in the middle.
There is, yeah. So, hello everyone. I am Chewie. The one immediately to my, well, I guess to you that's my right, is Squee. You can tell
Hi.
that if you're watching live because it says that under his name. And the one way over there to the right is Cluze.
Hey, I wasn't here last week, and when I left, as I recall, all of Magic was fine. Everything was okay. There were no problems. I assume that continued while I was gone, because I wasn't keeping up on it. I'm sorry.
I mean, there were actually no problems, but people wanted there to be problems, so they yelled about things.
They didn't even ban Legacy while you were gone this time.
This time.
They banned Legacy?
Not this time.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What about the top? Is it still stopped?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you're good.
But you weren't here to give us a sky check when we needed you, so I'm glad the world didn't end.
Oh, things were falling through the sky last night. Did you guys catch any of them?
I don't go outside
physically,
when things
but
are falling.
Literally, did you see any? I mean, did you go out and check out the Perseids? That was
Oh, was that
My
last night?
understanding is that if things fall out of the
Yeah.
sky, you're not supposed to mess with them.
that was last night. Yeah.
Wait, what time was that last night?
It kind of varied. I mean, peak was probably around 2 a.m. Eastern time.
Ah,
I was asleep.
I was in bed by then. Amazingly
Okay,
enough.
well, I mean, you could have gone out earlier than that. Was it clear where you were last
Oh God,
night?
no, it was.
We
a
don't do
nightmare.
that
Well, then
in
it
North
wouldn't have
Carolina.
helped. Why did you stay up? Go to bed.
I did.
Excellent. Good work.
We don't get clear skies here, Cluze. You should remember that.
I am glad that we could fix all of those problems because this is a show about the sky.
Skycast number 619.
That's why night's in the middle, right?
Featuring Rey Mysterio Jr.
Live from San Diego.
This
Like none of that is true.
is Monday Night Magic, where we talk about Magic, the Gathering, and news and tournament results and whatnot. So, let's just jump right into it with GP Brussels. Because we had GP Brussels. How many people were in GP Brussels?
1,109 Human.
Wait, 1109. Okay, there we go. I had to parse that out in my brain to numbers, and I couldn't. Okay. So, as you can tell, Jeremy Desani won, playing an Esper Control deck which is very much an Esper control deck.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at it controlling. Ooh, there's a chromium in the board. Would someone like to tell me why there's a chromium in the board? Or chromium, not chromie. She's in Heroes of the Storm. Why there's a chromium in the board?
Because when you disguise yourself like human guys, you can walk in anywhere.
But you're not a man. You're a dragon, boo.
Or do you want a real reason?
Oh, Jay Spencer says chromium is for the mirror. Oh.
It has all of those amazing qualities against a control deck of being end of your turn and can't be countered. And sometimes hexproof.
Seems okay. All right then. Are these in order? Please tell me these are in order.
Living the dream.
These are in order.
They appear to be. Good. So, we have next up Giordani Fagiolo, one of those, playing the aptly named mostly red aggro.
Mostly.
What is not red? Scrap Heap Scrounger.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And some stuff in the board. Yeah. But it's it's mono red aggro.
Yeah.
I approve.
Of course you do.
I do.
Hazaret, Rekindling Phoenix, Chain Whirler. Yup. The
Gonna
On
miss
Crop
you,
Crusher.
Glorybringer.
All the stuff that you would expect. I mean, Glorybringer's in the board.
Yeah.
This one's more aggro, so the Glorybringer gets moved to the board. If it's slightly less aggro, the Glorybringer's in the main. You know how it is.
I like the idea of like, oh man, if only we were a little less aggro so we could run our flying 4/4 haste. But it costs so much.
I could use more goblins.
I mean, it's
Which
already got...
goblin would you put in here? There's a Chain Whirler.
It's already got Chain Whirler.
I'd put in Lackey and Ringleader.
I don't know. Standard.
That works.
Standard.
And I would move the deck to Legacy.
Ah.
Yeah, I guess I
at
should have led
covering
with that.
for it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, the Shane Whirler's fine. Yeah, that's
Didn't
okay.
you check decks for years?
I did, and most of the time, virtually every time, I thought there should be more goblins in this deck.
Okay, as long as you're consistent.
I didn't give it any penalties for that. I just thought about it inside and died.
You just drew sad faces on the deck slip.
So,
No, but in hindsight, I think I should have. I'm sorry. What's in third place?
in third place, Thomas,
I'm just
say
stalling, right?
Thomas. How do you say this?
I'm going to be wrong and say machine.
Thomas the Machine is running Turbofog, which I think you have to be a machine to run Turbofog because you don't get lunch.
You've got your Planeswalker, you got your legendary Planeswalker.
Oh my god, have they still... I wonder why this is. Somebody poke Blake and be like, what the actual hell? So yeah,
because it's parsing on the super type. I mean, clearly, that's obviously what this code is doing.
Yeah,
and
but
only
why
the
is it
newer
parsing...
printings are listed as legendary Planeswalkers.
Why is it parsing on the super type of the printed card? Because they're all legendary Planeswalkers now.
Yeah, I know that.
Anyway, so this is running 1 Nissa Steward of Elements, 1 Karn, and 4 Teferi because horrible people. This is also the deck that is the home of Nexus of Fate.
Yep.
The boogeyman that is going to take down Standard. More on that right now, actually. Hey! Let's jump away for a moment because we brought up Nexus of Fate, which, remember, the fact that there is a Buy a Box exclusive promo that you can't get in packs is for some reason the end of all things, and the price is going to skyrocket to a massive, like, $30. End of the world.
So a mythic rare in a tier 1 deck in Standard has a $30 card in it?
Yeah, and for some reason that's bad. So, Cluze, you weren't here last week, so we live on last week's episode.
Yeah.
Like, I apologized for my naysaying of Nexus of Fate being a problem for the Buy Box promo because social media had exploded about it.
Well, hey, I haven't listened to that episode
That's
yet.
why I'm explaining it.
And I'm likely not going to. But
ooh.
since you bring it up, okay, I'd like to talk about the Buy Box promo myself. Having not heard your comments, let's see how many of them are the same comments you had.
Okay.
I have had a almost complete 180 about this. I was completely 100% against the concept of the buy a box promo being a card that's standard legal but is not available in packs. I thought that was a horrible idea, caused, terrible confusion and fragmentation of the market, and was you're just begging for trouble. But the whole point of this whole shebang, the whole point of it, is to try and get more boxes to be bought from local game stores by the people in that area. And by all metrics, from everything I've heard, it has done an amazing job of that. And because of that, I'm actually okay with it. Because frankly, I really like that WotC has finally figured out a thing that they can do that will directly drive sales in local game stores.
Without hurting their own sales.
Right.
In any way.
Yeah, I think it's great.
It doesn't take money away from them, and it gives more money to local game shops. So hey.
Now, I still had some reservations. I wasn't going to be like, yeah, this is totally a home run. I still had some reservations, and I have at least one that is still outstanding. But one of them was, wow, I wonder just how many copies of these there are, and if they print one that's good, this could be really, really bad price-wise. But we have now heard, not once but twice, directly from WotC, that there are, in fact, more copies of this in existence than any normal mythic within the set. Or at least that's the claim, if I've read things right. Am I right about that?
So you jumped completely ahead of the story that I was going to tell.
I know I did, but
I was going to tell you, Cluze, and the people listening who didn't listen to last week's episode, that,
hello, people.
Like I said, I apologized for being wrong about Nexus of Fate being a problem and all that, because social media had exploded. And live on the show, I looked up its price, and it was like $30, $35. And I'm like, huh? Because the way people had lost their mind about it, I thought it was going to be like 80. Because they're so rare and hard to get, and the price is huge, and oh my god. And it's like $35. Star City was sold out at $45, but that doesn't surprise anybody.
Yeah.
So I don't think I retracted my apology, but I should have, because clearly I wasn't wrong. But then, yeah, during the, I think it's called Weekly MTG stream that they do, Blake Rasmussen said, and then on the screen here for you people watching live is a question that Mark Rosewater answered on his Tumblr, the Blogatog. Is that more copies of Nexus of Fate? There are more copies of Nexus of Fate than there are printed versions of any core 2019 Mythic Rare card. So it's rarer than a rare, but it's less rare than a Mythic. Which means all of the... And the Lair of Lore is rating us right there. Which means all of the people complaining about rarity and the fact that this is going to be hard to get are just wrong. And I find that hilarious. Like, I fairly certain when I retweeted Frank Karsten, it was all caps. Deep breath. Because, I love it when all the doomsayers are, wrong.
Well, I'm gonna say that their concerns are misguided. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, it's because they like to find the... This is a trend that I've seen for a long time. They like to find one thing that they think WotC did wrong and then blow it all out of proportion. So it sounds worse than it is. And that's just what this is again.
Now, I will say I still do have one reservation about it. And the reservation is that it's only available in foil. Now,
there's a
workaround.
Yes.
There's a workaround to that. It's not elegant. I don't like it, but there is a workaround to that. And that is that under the new policies, the head judge of a tournament can issue you a proxy for your foil, your card that is only available in foil. Well, let me be clear about that. It's not just, oh, I have a foil copy of this normal card. No. We're not giving you a proxy for that. No. If it's a card that has only ever been printed in foil and it's legal in the tournament that you're playing and you are playing a copy, yes, you can ask the head judge for a proxy for it. And
at the Pro Tour, there were proxy Nexus of Fate in decks. I think on camera, which I find hilarious.
And like I said, that is a solution. It's a workaround. I don't care for it. I would rather that we have foils that don't curl, but that's a bigger fish to fry, let's say. Yeah, let's go with that.
So, now that we've gotten this out of the way, I just wanted to share this because we brought up Nexus of Fate for the first time. So, a big thanks.
It's nice that we slowed down the top 8 deck lists right here on TurboFog.
Yes, none of you can eat until we're done.
That's right.
I
We're
will take a
taking
drink.
an extra deck list after this one.
But anyway, so yeah, this is the TurboFog deck that works like a TurboFog deck. I think this is the only reservation I have about this card is that it made this deck a thing. But we already had a control deck who's
it broke all the rules that they build in to take an extra turn effects and became a good card.
Yeah, I should point out that in the chat, MTG Dad did point out, yes, if you are proxying a card, you actually have to have the actual card with you. That's an important point. You can't just go to the judge and say, hey, judge, I want to play 4 copies of Nexus of Fate. Can you give me proxies? So they're going to go, well, do you have 4 copies of Nexus of Fate? And if you go no, they're going to go, no, you cannot have those 4 proxies of Nexus of Fate.
Yes, thank you, judges, for bringing up corner cases.
That's not as corner of a case as you might think it is.
Corner cases that kind, decent, and intelligent people should take as a given, but there are people that won't.
Yes, we mention it for completeness, not because you, our dear listener, would ever try such a thing.
Yes.
We have a better opinion of you than that.
Yes.
Moving
Yeah,
right along.
we covered that chat. Okay, so 4th place, Alexander Gordon Brown is running a Sultai mid-range deck. Wait, what? Sultai?
Which one's Sultai again?
Snakes.
It's green, blue, black?
There you go.
Green, blue, black. Okay.
Yeah, it's bug.
So why don't we just call it bug?
Because it's
Don't
Sultai.
do that again.
We could also call it gub.
Look, gub would be fine. Look, I've got a soapbox over here. It's got bug written on it, okay?
If you add red, you can call it GUBR.
Anyway, so this is a Sultai mid-range. Okay, what is this? Elves, Land of War, Servant of the Conduit, Jade Light Ranger, Hostage Taker, Scarab God, of course, Branch Walker, Wild Growth Walker. Huh. I remember this card. Confiscation Coup, Adventurous Impulse, Blossoming Defense, Aethersphere Harvester. So it's just all the good cards in these colors that don't require mono green. Got it. Neat. I like it.
Hey, Thrashing Bronto Dave is in the sideboard.
Hey, Bronto Dave. What's up? Also, Vivian Reed. She's like, I have a bow and arrow, and I will shoot you in the face.
Hey, you know, the art on Vizier of Many Faces is pretty cool. I don't think I'd seen that card until just now.
Really?
I don't think I'd ever noticed.
No. Okay, then. Moving on, Arnie Huschenbeth is running Esper Control. Again.
Not a fan.
No one asked, but yeah, not either.
Yeah, well, too bad. No one muted me either, so not a fan.
Ha! What? Okay, now everyone is talking about... Yeah, I if you add red, then it would be Grub. But
yes.
Lair of Lore is thinking that GUBR might be better. Which, having said it out loud, yeah. The non-white Pac-Man. So we have shards, wedges, and pairs. So it would be the non-white Pac-Man.
It's the GUBR Nephilim.
Yeah, would be... I think GUBR makes... Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta find the show notes.
Okay. Anyway, in next place, which is 6th place, Niels Gutierrez von Porat, that's a cool name, is running Sultai Gift, which is God Pharaoh's Gift. Hey, look, there's Gate to the Afterlife, too, because, you're running God Pharaoh's Gift. What's going on here? Champion, yup. Glitness Crane, yup. Hostage Taker again. Jade Light Ranger, Elves, Branch Walker, Minister of Inquiries. Oh. Bronto Dave. Verdurous Gearhulk. I knew there was a reason I was looking at this. Look at that. Remember him? Wow. And Walking Ballista, because those two go well together. There you go. Have a party.
Whee!
Oh dear God. In 7th place, there's an Esper control deck piloted by Fblthp, which really shouldn't surprise anyone that remembers their Magic history. Fblthp is one of the, at least was, he probably still is, one of the best control players that ever was. So, yep, this deck is right up his alley.
Yeah.
It's good to see
the
him.
cards you'd expect to see in it.
Yeah. It's good to see him putting up good finish here. That's awesome. And then in 8th place, I cannot say his first name.
Panagiotis?
Panagiotis Papadopoulos is running Red-Black Chain Whirler. See, look, Glorybringer. Boom. Slow it down a little bit. Add in Glorybringers. Yes. And Chandra. Because reasons. So there you go. There's your top 8.
Hooray!
If we move on, for some reason we have the 9th through the 25th. Oh, because it's Magic's 25th anniversary, so the full deck lists are down to 25th place. Yeah, that's dumb. Give us the top 32. Stop being silly. We've got more Turbo Fog in 9th and 10th.
Yeah.
More Mostly Red Aggro, more Chain Whirler, Esper Control, Red-Green Monsters. What? Whoa, there's Ronus. Dude. And Steel Leaf Champion. In the same deck as... Okay, no, there's no Chain Whirler. Whew! Vinemare. What the hell is Adventurous Impulse? Oh, right, okay.
It's when you drive to Fayetteville like a fool.
That wasn't Adventurous Impulse.
Yeah, I don't think Adventurous
that was my
is really
job.
the impulse there. Yeah.
All right. More Chain Whirler, more Chain Whirler, more Turbo Fog. I think that's the last Turbo Fog in this particular batch. A Grixis mid-range. More aggro, more Chain Whirler, more Grixis. More Chain Whirler, more Chain Whirler, more Chain Whirler, more Chain Whirler. Damn!
So, wait, is Nexus of Fate really only in the Turbo Fog deck?
Yeah, it's in the one deck.
And,
that's the point of the deck.
How many Turbo Fogs did we have in the top 8?
In the top 8, 4. In the top...
We had...
In the top 25, we had 4 copies, so 16.
Wait, we had 4 Turbo Fog decks in the top 8?
No, 4 Nexus of Fate in the top 8.
Yeah, see, I was asking how many Turbo Fog decks.
Oh,
we
yeah,
had.
just
I'm
the
sorry.
one.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
that one.
All right. Well, good. Then it is probably a problem. WotC has made a mistake. We should ban it.
I mean, it was the second most played deck on day 2.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask if we had a breakdown because
Yeah, so Chain Whirler made up a third of day 2, and Turbo Fog was 14.2%.
Yeah, here we go.
So it makes sense for there to be a lot of Chain Whirler near the top, but there were a lot of Turbo Fog decks.
Well, that's because people talking about it after the Pro Tour were saying that it had like an 80% win rate against the field. Now, that was all based on
Pro Tour meta.
No, that was based on what's the word when it's not science? Because they don't track individual
Anecdotal evidence?
Anecdotal evidence. Thank you. That's the term. They don't track individual decks. So it was kind of hard to tell, but the
Turbo
vibe...
Fog decks were also played by some of the best people, even in the Pro Tour.
Yeah, there is that. So yeah, it was 14% of day 2, but only put 4 into the top 25. Because it's probably not the easiest deck to play.
Yeah.
Mono Blue Storm in Standard. What kind of storm is that? What is that?
I want to say what you talking about, Willis. Can I say that?
I don't know. It says Mono Blue Storm in the top stories, the metagame breakdown.
All right.
Hey, chat, what's Mono Blue Storm?
Isn't it the only Storm deck?
In Standard? What the hell is Storm?
We've talked about this.
Paradoxical Outcome.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, with the Reservoir combo. Is that the same deck? I've only ever seen it like somewhere where I had to talk about it.
Yeah, it's
like
the
twice.
reservoir one where you gain a crap ton of life and win, or you kill them with flyers.
Okay,
But
right.
either way, you're doing it off of a Stormlight combo.
Right, but just seeing it labeled Mono Blue Storm, and I'm
Yeah,
like, we're in
the naming
standard.
here is misleading.
What? Okay, good. We're paying attention. Not really. So how about we leave Brussels and go on to Orlando? Is that okay with you guys? Because we're doing it.
I mean, sure. Do we have to go to the Magic event, or can we do other stuff in Orlando?
What? No, we have to do the. we
Oh,
have
but
to do the Magic event.
there's a Chevy's there, and it's really good. It's a Mexican place.
Yeah, there's also Disney World, but no one.
Well, yeah, I
cares.
mean,
We're
there's
Disney.
that too, but I mean,
No,
I'm really
I tell you
Grand
what,
Prix.
if we can
Mexican
wrap up
food.
this coverage with a bunch of red aggro decks, there'll still be time to do other stuff.
Okay,
So,
let's go.
Just see what's there.
So,
All right, sweet.
Gabriel, I'm gonna say Hoglar, probably. One with a blue-white. Oh, approach of the second sun. Nope. So much for going to Disney World.
Oh man, you think that's bad? The deck list and the top 8 players are not in order.
Oh God, they're not.
Oh,
No.
All right. So how many people were in GP Orlando, by the way, while I take a drink?
Jeep Orlando had 997.
997.
It's
Couldn't
like it only
even-
needed 3 more, right, Cluze?
Yes.
Couldn't even break 4 digits because Nexus of Fate destroyed.
Everyone was at Disney World. That's right.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so in second place we have Kyle Cooper, who's playing. Wait, is the top 8 listed in order?
No.
Wait, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Kyle Cooper won.
My drop down at least 1 through 3 is. How about 7th and 8th place? Yeah, these are in order.
Yeah, so the pictures and the deck lists are in the same order, but I don't know if they're right. I assume so because the top 3 look like they are.
No. For some reason, when I looked at this a second ago, it wasn't in order. I could just be wrong. There you go, then.
Are you in Disney World? Okay, so in second
can't afford
place, Kyle Cooper is running a Mono Red Wizards, which is the deck we talked about before. It's a variation on Mono Red that has more wizards, so it can play Wizards Lightning, because what's better than Lightning Strike? Lightning Bolt.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. In third place, Adam Fox has Grixis mid-range, like you do. Props for the Nicol Bolas the Ravager hanging out here.
Black, blue, red Grixis?
Yes.
Okay. I'll get these someday.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but it's the lie I tell myself so I get out of bed.
In fourth place, Andrew Calderon is running Esper Control again. This one has one Scarab God to go with the Torrential Gearhulks.
Blue, black, white?
Yes.
All right. Great.
If you're only listening to this, you can't see the way I'm staring. You should probably go to Twitch to see this reaction to Cluze.
In fifth place, Greg Sokol is running a red-black aggro deck.
Wait, I know this one. It's red, black, right?
It's Rakdos. In sixth place, Ian Plants is running a green-black Constrictor deck,
Too many snakes.
complete with a Ravenous Chupacabra, because it's funnier that way.
When you're complaining about all the snakes and the Chupacabra gets you.
I would rather be killed by the chupacabra than by snakes. I'll tell you that.
And green-black is what, Cluze?
Green, black.
It's Golgari. Okay. Corey Burkhart in seventh is running a blue-black mid-range deck,
Too much blue.
which is like the Grixis mid-range deck, but it took out the red and added in other stuff.
It's too bad there's no guild for those colors.
Yeah, that is a shame. No, wait, no, they're out in public now. It's Demir.
Oh, man, they came out?
Yeah,
Oh, good for
yeah.
them.
And then
Support.
rounding out the top 8, we have Arsenei Igorov running Grixis mid-range.
Demir red.
Sure, we'll go with that.
There you go.
It's like the old Abzan blue deck.
That's right.
Also, I hate Cluze.
Well, look, either we use these names or we don't. And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. And it should still be bug no matter what anyone else tells you. Because it's bug. Everyone knows exactly what that means. We don't need to
Says
remember
the man
some
who says
silly
Boros
name.
all the time.
That's only because they never use it.
So, rounding out the rest of the top 32.
Also, it's the best. Boros.
All right, let's rapid fire Esper control, blue-white control. That's Esper without the black clues.
It is?
Yes. More red aggro, red-black aggro, mostly red. Mono red wizards. Red-black, 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 red-black. Turbo fog. Hey, look, there's one. There's a turbo fog right there. Steel leaf stompy. Red-black, red-black. Another turbo fog. I'm sorry, there were two. No, there's three. There's four. Good lord, they're all clumped up here together. Look at that.
Would you like me to tell you the day 2 metagame?
No, not yet. We've got
Okay.
Mono Blue Storm. Oh, yeah, here it is. With the Paradoxical Outcome and the Aetherflux Reservoir. Yeah. I remember this now. Uses Psi. Yeah. Okay. And all these cheap as free artifacts. Okay, I remember now. A blue-white Drakehaven deck in somethingth place, because they didn't give us numbers here, and I'm not going to go back and count. Another red-black, more red-black, Esper control, and that's the end. So that's 32, 31, 30, 29th was the Drakehaven deck. So, let us go find the metagame breakdown.
Yeah, so the day 2 metagame, similar to the other event, 1/3 were red-black aggro.
Excellent. We get to eat lunch.
13.1% were turbo fog. Remarkably similar numbers.
That is kind of scary, actually, yeah. And then 10% was Steel Leaf Stompy,
Yeah.
which is mono green aggro.
If you want real comedy, though, they separated mostly red aggro from mono red aggro.
They did.
Yay!
See, now, if these were, like, two decks that were a huge part of the meta, then people would say that Wizards was separating them to make Standard look more diverse than it is. But because there were, 7 mostly red and 2 mono red, nobody's saying anything.
It's just
because
silly.
That's not what they're doing. But, haters gonna hate. Can you tell that all the people who want to nitpick everything really piss me off?
No. Please allow me to nitpick this statement.
I will come to where you are and stab you in the face.
That's why I'm expecting your hand to be behind me on the screen one day. That right there.
Like, I'll stab you in the face with, like, a burrito or something and be like, ah. And you'll be like, hey,
That would
burrito.
be warm and miserable.
You could get tacos from Chevy's while you're in Orlando and stab them with those.
That would make you Florida Man. Do you want to be Florida Man?
No, but I do really like those tacos.
Fair enough.
I'm of the opinion the only way you can screw up a taco is by putting fish in it. Ugh.
I believe there are other ways, but that is one of them, yes.
So there we go. There are the GPs. So
Welcome to Standard. Enjoy your stay.
yeah, so we're good.
If you don't
now,
like
right?
it, come back in 2 months.
So hey, look at all these viable decks in Standard. Wow, we were having a discussion in the Discord server about, like, when's the last time there were 5 viable decks in Standard, like Theros? And I was like, aren't there like 5 now? And without looking anything up, I rattled off 5 decks that had lots of big finishes lately. So I'm like,
Yeah,
apparently Standard doesn't suck anymore.
that's what I'm told, but I think people still want to play Modern more.
Well, yeah, it's because Modern sucks a lot less. So, okay, so that's our tournament results. Next up, we have new products, of course.
New stuff.
But this is a different kind of new product. This is the Spellslinger Starter Kit.
Da-da-da-da. This is different.
Yeah, this is really cool. It's got 2 decks, and instructions not to shuffle them.
Yes.
Because it's set up in such a way to be playable to teach new people immediately out of the box.
Now, there was a previous product that did this back in the day.
There was?
There was. I can't remember what it was called, but this gimmick, this idea that here are these two things, don't shuffle them, just start playing, that existed in another product.
I don't remember that.
No,
I know I'm not making this up.
Chat, feel free to jump in if you know. Or
Yeah,
those of
I
you
by
listening
all
don't
means.
remember
later,
that at all.
feel free to jump in on Twitter. Let us know if you don't hear us call it out now. But yeah, these come with a guide to walk people through, I'm guessing, a game.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're used to teach new players. And it's really cool. They're $14.99. They'll be in local game stores and in the big box stores, whatever. And yeah.
I think this is a better way to teach people than a lot of what they've done in the past. Walking
Probably,
people through
yeah.
a correctly played game with presumably some insight as to why you're doing everything that you're doing is like what happens when people teach their friends how to play, only it's directly telling you how it works rather than relying on your friends knowing exactly how it works. And
Yeah.
that's probably better, at least for the beginning. Then after you're done, you can, shuffle up the decks if you want to and just play normal Magic. Because they're not specially marked or anything with an order. You just don't shuffle them.
Yeah, and we have a red-white deck and a black-green deck. Plus Palaka Worm. So, that's...
Palaka Worm.
Exactly.
Palaka Worm is great.
Plus they will have a total of 5 cards from Guilds of Ravnica. Ooh.
Which you can't see yet.
Ha ha ha, Jaren card.
Secret.
And hey, Cluze, there's a question for you in the chat. From MTG Dad.
Is it blue? Please tell me it's blue.
What? Let's see. There's a red-white deck and a green-black deck.
Hey, Cluze, what's red-white?
Well, I think that's red-white. Yes.
Okay.
So the question for Cluze was, hey, Cluze, what color is missing? And for some reason, Cluze is not jumping on that. So, yes, there's no blue in the beginner teaching tools.
Yeah, the only blue I
thing
see on the
is-
screen right now is Cluze's shirt.
That seemed so normal that I didn't even notice.
But yeah, these come out in October 5th. And so feel free to pick them up and help somebody learn how to play. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
All right, well, moving on.
Yeah.
We've got new comics. Magic Comics from IDW. Let's see here. Are doing a new series. The new series will focus on Chandra. Yay!
Popular choice.
Written by Vita
It's
Ayala.
Way better of a choice than Dak Faden, let me just say that.
Dak Faden. You didn't say his name right. Written by Vita Ayala of Supergirl and drawn by Harvey Tolibao, let's say, from X-Men. I have heard of neither of these people, but I have not read new comics in a very long time.
Just looking at this picture of Chandra, I believe it is by someone who's worked on X-Men.
Yeah, I can see that. So yeah, they're offering a, I quote, one of IDW's goals with the new series is to offer a clean gateway into the Magic universe for readers who aren't necessarily familiar with the 25 years of existing lore.
Which is to say nearly everyone.
Yeah. So that's cool. Plus, Chandra's awesome.
Hey, you know why?
Because fire?
Yes, because she's red.
I was going to say, more specifically, because she's not blue.
Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you. That was going to be my next point.
So yeah, we have creators who know and love Magic. Ayala said, I've been playing the game on and off for probably about 16 years now. Huh.
You want to guess when the off times were?
in college, apparently.
Wonder if that aligns with Kamigawa.
When broke. Says college was a lean time wallet-wise. So yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty awesome. When is this? November 2018. So look for that at your comic bookie shops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, Rosewater has done another odds and ends mailbag responding to Twitter questions.
Yeah.
And so, the question is, all of the bounce creatures from Magic Core Set 2019 can only return opposing creatures to hand rather than any creature. Is this the new norm for bounce creatures? Also, why is Exclusion Mage not a May ability? And the answer to this, well, is neat. Yeah. So, the reasoning he gives for this is because Magic is a tabletop and a digital game. And the retemplating of bounce is to keep people from misclicking and bouncing their own creatures when they don't mean to.
Yeah.
Which
I'm not as happy with that. But...
Which seems fun, but what if you want to bounce your own creature? Well, now you can't.
Yeah, like I can understand making a lot of changes to the way that Magic plays to factor in Magic Online. I get that. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. There's a lot of things that you have to do when you have a digital system involved. But I think in the case of this one, the idea that, you know, we don't want people to accidentally click on something, you can't really stop that from happening in Magic Online, because if someone misclicks, they're going to misclick. Otherwise, you take away clicking. And I know that's slippery slope, but I mean, that's the path that you set up when you just decide less choices because internet. Likewise, getting rid of May is so that there's one less thing to click. And you're going to be clicking for the next hour of your life in Magic Online anyway, so go for it.
And yet, Exclusion Mage, when it enters the battlefield, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand.
See, that would normally have May if it was any creature, because otherwise it could potentially be forced to bounce itself if it's the only creature. And they don't like cards that do that.
So this one I like as is.
Yeah, I mean that's a valid design decision.
Yeah,
it's just interesting if they're doing that for a lot of cards for the reasoning of Magic Online, because if you've been playing Magic long enough, you remember doing something stupid with Boomerang to get yourself out of a corner. And that's not something that you'll really be able to do in this templating. Or at least not the same way. But
yeah,
it's interesting that we got a direct answer.
Yeah, Applecork in the chat pointed out, like we found out, putting things on the bottom in a random order is sort of the same deal.
Yeah.
I don't remember where we found that out, but it might have been a Blogatog thing. I can't remember.
Yeah, this came up. I remember we talked about it. I think it was either a Blogatog thing or an MTGO post, but I'm pretty sure it was Blogatog.
And then, yes, Applecork, for God's sake, you had a question answered. Although I'm going to give you crap because being someone that listens to Monday Night Magic, you should have known the answer to your question already. But yeah, Applecork, one of our people whose name you'll hear at the end of the show, and one of the people here in the chat, and oddly enough, a person responsible for a lot of the things we're going to talk about this episode. Thank you very much, Corey. Hit Morrow with, there seems to be a lot more silver bullet / sideboard cards in the set than normal. Going forward, will core sets be the place to print answers for Constructed? And yes, they will. Because he said that already.
So do you recall when core sets went away and I was sad because this was one of the roles of core sets? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I remember you being sad for many reasons, but that was one of them.
It was just one of them. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it's product for that. We can totally do that.
I remember the Hoser cycles were pretty much a staple of core sets for years.
Yeah.
And the effectiveness of the hosing cycles would vary from set to set, but
Yeah.
for the most part, their presence almost always resulted in seeing at least 2 of the cards thrown in sideboards, and this is going to be no exception.
Deathmark, man. Deathmark.
I like the cycle of hoser creatures because they were all good. I don't remember, that was like 2013-ish or something.
I remember the green one that didn't really do anything.
I remember
Cluze
the white one was really good, and the red one was really good. The white one had a lightsaber, and it was awesome. Yeah, there were a lot of cool cards.
So yeah, we pointed a bunch of those out over on the Mana Pool during preview season. Hey, this is an answer for this deck in Modern.
Yeah.
And the only reason we thought to look at that was because Morrow had said, hey, this is a thing we're going to be trying out with the core set.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Hooray.
Okay, moving on to more stuff. There's going to be, coming out on Halloween, October 31st, Ultra Pro Magic the Gathering plush gamer pouch Fblthp.
Tournament
I approve.
edition.
I'd like to see a
DualShock
picture of it,
compatible.
but I totally approve.
Yeah, image coming soon.
That's not now.
But yeah, it's a gamer pouch that will keep your dice and tokens from getting lost. Yay. It's sized to fit dice and or other small accessories. It's made of soft plush material. Heavy-duty zippered pouch on the inside is perfect for gaming dice, tokens, or anything else. Has an attachable hook to clip your Fblthp to your backpack, belt, or anywhere else. Which you have to clip him to something because he'll get totally lost if you don't.
That is entirely true.
And look, there, Bill is showing off a more different plush Fblthp.
Yep.
So cute. So yeah, if that's a thing that sounds good, Ultra Pro will be selling them on Halloween, apparently. We have no price. You have to log in to see prices. Well, I'm not going to log in.
That's not happening.
Oh, this is on southernhobby.com.
That's different.
Why would you have to log in to see prices? That's dumb.
I agree.
Okay, well, moving on then. Two more little things, and then one thing for Magic Online, and we'll be done.
Yeah.
Over on the Dungeons and Dragons site, a preview playtest content for the Races of Ravnica. Because you know they're doing the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. So this is some pre-release information, playtest content.
Yep. You get some rules for Viashino, Vidalcan, and Loxodon, and most importantly, Simic hybrids.
Yep. So you
complete
get,
with rules for how to make your Simic piece by piece.
You get traits and name examples and various bits of information that you'd need for that sort of thing. I assume if you do D&D stuff, this is all normal for you. I'm looking at this going, oh, because I don't do that. So
sure.
But yeah, pretty neat. If that interests you at all and you want to dive in, then here you go.
Yeah.
As it says, this is playtest content. Let's see. If we decide to make this material official, it will be refined based on your feedback, and then it will appear in a D&D book. So, cool.
Fun thing.
And then, one more thing, unless I'm missing something in the show notes. Wizards of the Coast has hired the Martin Agency as an agency of record. Hey, Bill, you're in marketing. What's an agency of record? Do you know?
This is essentially a press release letting everyone know that they've made a business deal. They're pretty common stuff for publicly traded companies.
Right.
And privately ones for that matter. But essentially what they're saying is that they're hiring this company to work on some campaigns for them, and for the most part, this is a giant boon for that company because Hasbro is a big company. And yeah, like this is written like a very typical press release, complete with long-winded, this is what this company does, and it makes me very happy to work with them. I'm super happy to work with them too, because they provide us with all of these amazing services. The most entertaining thing for me in here actually came at the end, where they mentioned that they're planning to launch a fully integrated campaign sometime during Q3 of 2018, which, operating on the assumption that they're talking about calendar, since we have no insight into their corporate calendar, probably means it's going to align with the release of Ravnica. So we may see some cool stuff in there. Also, if you've ever been curious about how much WotC spends on marketing, well, here's the number.
Yeah, according to this, Wizards of the Coast spent $547,000 on measured marketing in the U.S. last year. Okay.
Neat.
But the original question that you failed to answer, Bill, is what's an agency of record? Since you're in marketing, I figured you would know.
Not particularly. I mean, I think
Damn it.
I think it's a weird phrasing thing that I've never seen come up, actually.
Someone looked it up
An
and
agency of record is an individual or a legal
There it is.
entity with a duly executed contractual agreement with an insurance policy owner in line with the prevailing legal norms and regulations of the region in which the contract was entered.
So yes, they've outsourced some work to a creative agency. The rest of it is extra legal wording that doesn't really matter to most people.
Hey, Apple Cork, if you're still in the chat, could you find that bit in the Discord server and paste it in the chat where you told, I think it was you, or someone in the Monday Night Magic channel? Thank you. In the advertising and marketing industry, AOR stands for Agency of Record. In this context, an AOR is an agency that is authorized to purchase advertising time for radio or television advertising, or space for print or web advertising, on behalf of the company with which they have an agency contract. Thank you, Apple Cork. I would go look it up, but I can't go to Discord or it'll completely screw the camera setup on the stream.
Understandable.
So yeah, it's a marketing firm, essentially.
Yes.
But that's pretty neat. I expect that means that we'll get something relatively big for Guilds of Ravnica.
I mean, at the very least, we might get another commercial involving Bob from Accounting, but more likely we'll get something good.
It could be that one of those other Magic-related things is coming out soon.
Like possibly this arena thing that apparently people have been testing for a while?
Maybe, or that mobile MOBA using Magic characters that we heard about.
Oh, that's possible too.
Or like Magic Puzzle Quest 2 or something, I don't know. But
yeah.
No, not the movie, Jay Spencer.
Oh, he had me excited there for a minute.
No. If it was anything to do with the movie, we'd have heard anything by now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was just our last bit of non-Magic Online news. Pretty neat.
Yeah. Keep an eye out. Something cool might happen. I'm sure that when it gets linked to us, we will talk about it if it's cool.
If it's cool.
I mean, if it's just like, we'll be promoting a card appearing in the background of a movie no one's going to go watch, then maybe we won't talk about it. We'll see.
I did enjoy The Sorcerer's Apprentice for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Which was, a big dumb movie to go see.
Yeah.
So, okay, Bill, what's this Magic Online thing?
So they're introducing the Pro Tour Cube, which is a cube that consists of a lot of cards that have been featured and winning decks from Pro Tours from throughout Magic's history. Many familiar inclusions found in Magic Online Vintage and Legacy Cube, a lot of long-lost favorites, some cards you might not have ever played in any cube. I mean, I've read this article before, and I still have no visualization for how this will play out in practice, because a lot of the cards that do really well in the Pro Tour do it specifically in that metagame, and specifically when you've assembled that exact deck. And that isn't generally how cubes work. But I do think it's pretty neat that you'll get an opportunity to do a new kind of cube. Yeah, this thing's going to go live in Magic Online on this Wednesday, August 15th at 10 a.m. Pacific, and it's going to stick around for a week. So if you decide you're going to go check it out, let me know if it works or not. They've got the full card list here if you're curious, but I am not going to read you a full cube list.
Especially
you,
since
it starts with Abbot of Carol Keep. Imagine Beyond.
It's 540 cards.
Yeah.
Wait, Abbot of Carol Keep? That's Andy! Hey!
It is Andy, yes. And it ends with Aether Vial because funny characters.
Whoa.
Even though it's been turned into AE, it still gets listed at the end.
Oh,
that'll teach it.
But if you want to get really serious, it's Zergo Bellstriker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, there's a list of some of the combos in here, like Illusions Donate and Punishing Fire and Grove of the Burn Willows. Recurring Nightmare and Survival of the Fittest. Oath of Druids and Cognivore.
Yeah.
Oh god! Cadaver's Bloom, Prosperity, Drain Life, or Upheaval. And various Kiki Jiki Splinter Twin combos. Oh my god.
As you do.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just announcing that this is a different kind of cube, so check that out if that excites you. Oh, dude, it's got Char in it.
Char. So wait, whose cube is this? Is this... this is Eric Klug. Okay.
Yes.
I was like, so this is from Ali Medwin, but who wrote this? Oh, okay. It's above it. Duh. Anyway. So there you go. There's the last little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
So are we done? Is that everything? Did we get through it all?
Yeah, that's pretty much all of it. Like, there wasn't anything funny in the...
Oh, wait. No, we missed one.
Hmm?
The...
Oh, yeah, well, everybody has missed that by that point.
The San Diego Comic-Con Planeswalkers went on sale today, as we've been warning you for however long, 3 or 4 weeks now. And yeah, they are out of stock. So, like we said, these are going to go, and they're not going to come back. And apparently it broke the Hasbro Toy Shop website.
That's not uncommon.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
I mean, the times that I successfully bought things from the Hasbro website consisted of I signed in when everyone else signed in. The site went down. When the site came back up, it still had my stuff in the cart, so I managed to check out before it then went down again. Thanks, cookies.
See, I saw on Twitter today that our own in the chat, MTG Dad, did not have such luck when the site went down. When the site came back up, it was not in his cart.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like, for mine, it had gone through all of the fill in your information process and everything, but it had timed out when I hit the confirm button. And then when it came back up, I hit the confirm button again, and that time it went through. And then I had a panic moment where I worried that I just bought it like 4 times. But I did not. So there you go. I will say that if you're interested in getting these based on past experience, check in again tomorrow when all of the credit cards that didn't clear get their stuff brought back into stock. Because that is also a thing that has happened traditionally.
I like the way all these people bought it and only one left a review. Sad. All right, then.
Admittedly, none of them have it yet. So.
So there you go.
Good luck.
That is Monday Night Magic. The 619 edition.
Hooray.
Next episode, we're going to Hurricane Rana somebody. Oh, yeah. Wrestling joke. So.
Such violence.
How about the wrap-up nonsense, use guys?
Okay. So you can find me on Twitter at SqueeGoblinAbob. There's no Iron Goblin because I think this guy was supposed to keep track of it, and it turns out he totally lost it, so it's gone now. So past that, I will mention that I will be at DragonCon in like 3 weeks, pretty soon. So
Now
I
we
will
know
probably.
why you can't afford to go to Disney World.
I mean, you can only afford one.
Exactly.
So I went for the big nerdy one that cost less. I'm just paying Atlanta parking rates, which are not quite as bad as Disney World. But I will note that it's quite possible that I will end up seeing copies of these cards at DragonCon already marked up, also per tradition. Also, at least 2 vendors will still trying to sell me those old Garrick axes that no one ever wanted. So,
I mean, I wouldn't mind a Garrick axe.
well, I'll keep an eye out because you actually have a shelf to put it on.
Actually, I don't think I have one that would hold a Garrick axe. You can just lean it up in front of the comic books, like right there.
Only if you're worthy. I don't think Garrick's axe is nearly as picky, but I'll let you know if I see one. How about that?
All right, if it was less than $5, I'll take it.
Possible, like really and truly, it's been like 5 or 6 years and no one's bought them. So a lot of people bought them for the cards and then pretty much dumped the axes. But I'll keep an eye out for you, buddy. So if you're going to DragonCon, let me know. We can hang out. It'll be fun. Other than that, I'll mention that I finally got around to finishing Luke Cage and enjoyed it.
Holy crap.
And some stuff is happening in the chat.
So, what? Magnus Veer, who is the Beast Father, just gifted channel subscriptions to 20 people in the... what? Wow.
Look at all those lifeguards.
Well, thanks, buddy. Oh, God, are all of these going to pop up? Please tell me all of these aren't going to pop up one at a time.
They are, as people slowly subscribe.
I didn't even know you could batch sub-gift.
Apparently.
That's neat. All right. Well, that's just going to be happening in the background. So by all means, keep going, Bill.
Yeah, if you're going to be at DragonCon, let me know, and we can hang out at DragonCon. It'll be fun. I enjoyed watching Luke Cage, which was a lot of fun, so that was neat. And I've been watching Cloak and Dagger, also enjoying that, so that's cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is that?
It's on
Or you're watching it on television, aren't you?
well, I'm watching it online, but it recently aired on television.
Where is it online?
It was on Freeform, which is the family channel, rebranded like 6 times. But it's not at all a family channel show, as you can tell by the drug use, sex, and violence. So they even drop an S-bomb, which I don't think you could say on the family channel prior to now. Wow. But here we are.
So is that streaming somewhere else, or is it just on their thing?
I think you could just stream it on their website.
It's on
anyway.
Hulu.
Oh, it's probably also on Hulu.
I have Hulu.
You could watch that, and you could probably watch Runaways.
I mean, I could watch Runaways, but I've literally never heard anything good or bad about it. Anything ever.
I haven't seen Runaways because I refuse to get Hulu. I have enough other streaming services that aren't Hulu, so I'm good.
I'm digging. It sounds like we have like a massive subtrain where a lot of people just loved us all at once, but nope.
The thing is, because I don't hear those noises, I have no idea what's being blasted over. But it is what it is.
I turned it down after the first MNM stream, so it's not so loud anymore.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So that's it for my nonsense. Go get them, Cluze.
Okay, hey, a couple of things. So I do another podcast. It is called Random Discard. You can find it at randomdiscard.com. We talk about nerdy stuff because that's what we do. By the way, while the show was going on, I utilized the Kibler Google, also known as just asking folks on Twitter, and Managorger on Twitter has found the product that I was thinking of where you opened it and you didn't shuffle.
Oh, dude. What is it?
It was the Magic Portal 2-player starter box.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, so there you go. I wasn't making it up. Totally a thing that happened. And he linked to the Portal guide in PDF format, and it clearly says right here, do not shuffle the decks or alter the order of cards until after this guided game. So there you go. It's a thing we tried before, and it was so successful that Magic took off and became the game that it is today. So it will double in size in, wow, a long time.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying.
I appreciate your confidence in the face of entropy.
Yep. There you go. Hey, if you want to get a hold of me, speaking of Twitter, that's probably the best way to do it, at least until Twitter kerplodes, which could happen any second now. I am at Lacluyze, spelled just like it is in the show notes. And there you go. Take it away, Chewie, who is in that direction.
Hi, I'm way over here. All right, and that is the last of the pops. So thank you again, Magnus, Beastfather, Mr. Sir. I met him in Charlotte. He's a very nice guy. Clearly, because he's the Beastfather, meaning he's the reason I have the Beast, the computer that allows me to do all of this streaming nonsense. He's clearly just the best. I have no idea what I was going to say. That's completely blown me away.
Maniple.
Maniple. Right, yes. Things, and also possibly stuff. So, hey, right here where we stream Monday Night Magic, we also stream the Manipool on Thursdays at around 8 p.m.-ish, depending on how late Mike and or Brian and or Dirk are, because it's always one of them. On this show, it's always Cluze, but on that show, it's one of them. It's a toss-up any given week. I like the way you pointed at Cluze, and he didn't even, register it.
He's learned to ignore me. It's a survival mechanism.
So... Cluze just went dark. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I've got this little slidey thing. You remember we talked about this?
Yeah, it looks like a panda. Yeah.
Looks like a panda, and I can do this.
Okay, then. But hey, not only do we stream Monday Night Magic and the Manipool over on twitch.tv/themanipool, but I also stream other things. Like on Saturday of this weekend, I streamed some XCOM Enemy Within, which is XCOM Enemy Unknown, the first of the new XCOM games by Firaxis. But this is XCOM Enemy Within, which is a giant expansion that came out for it that I never played. I played Enemy Unknown on the 360. I never played...
Now with more enemies?
More different enemies, and you can make your guys into robots. We made Wolfie from the chat into a giant robot. We lopped off his arms and legs, and now he's a robot man.
Oh.
So, and he had joined, just a few days before. We're going to lop your arms and legs off. Welcome. So that was entertaining. But yeah,
the most disturbing scene in RoboCop.
You get to shoot aliens. It's a tactical turn-based game, and I love it to death, even though I'm really terrible at this. So yeah, we streamed that for 5.5 hours. Yeah. Coming up on YouTube very soon is a highlight reel from the first hour of that, and if people enjoy that, I will make more because it was pretty great. I condensed the first hour and change or so of the stream into about 15 minutes of just nonsense. And this doesn't usually happen, but while I was watching it back, I found myself giggling. So I see that as a good sign. But we also stream things like, we streamed some Lucio Ball.
Lucio Ball!
And we streamed, wow, I'm really bad at remembering the things that I've streamed lately. Other things.
Yeah.
Different things. There's bound to be more Arkham City coming soon. I'm going to stream some DuckTales very soon.
Woo.
Because it's killing me. DuckTales Remastered. I want to start Eternal at some point. Yeah, because of the Twitch Prime thing and lots of people constantly telling me to play Eternal. I played it once a long time ago and was like, this is really good. I'm going to stop and make content out of it. Never did. So now I'm going to stop and make content out of it since they've given me 33 free packs or something. Hey, thanks, Twitch Prime. Speaking of Twitch Prime, if you have Amazon Prime, then you have Twitch Prime, and you should totally use your free subscription token preferably on a smaller streamer like myself. But it doesn't have to be me. Go give it to somebody, though, because it's already a thing you have. So use it to make someone's day, because it will. Is there anything else? Oh, and on YouTube, there's all kinds of stuff going up. Like Slay the Spire. A daily climb I did. And some Hearthstone with the Boomsday Project. A game that I played on day one against Cap from the Lair of Lore. That'll be going up actually tomorrow with Monday Night Magic. Hey. So yeah, all kinds of stuff going up. It's all great. Everything's awesome. I love it. Yes. So if you want to help support what I do with the
everything,
excuse me, with the 2 podcasts a week and all the streams and all the YouTube videos and all that, then the easiest way to do that is actually just to, share it. Tell people. That's the easiest way. Now, the most direct way to help support is on Patreon at patreon.com/themanapool, where you can get early stuff. All of the YouTube videos and Manapool episodes you'll get early. You can get that and the odds and ends, all the stuff recorded before and after both Monday Night Magic and the Manapool that is uncensored and unfiltered. Generally unsafe for consumption. You get to hear Cluze swear, so that's a plus.
It happens, yeah.
Yeah. And if you were feeling extra generous, then you can become... I've got to come up with a new name for either that or the Twitch subscription, because they're both called lifeguards, and that's a big difference. But the Patreon lifeguard gets you the shout-out on both podcasts and your name on the end slate for all the YouTube videos that go up while you're at that level. Yay! So, to that end, I'd like to thank Kim Ho, Andrew Hunt, Al, Paul David, Lens Delicious, Team U, Hellas Are You, Connor Kennedy, John Morris, Stuart Slaw, PJ McMullen, Bosco Brittain, Casey, Nathan Hay, Danny Liao, Jason Doan, Cody Buckowing, Jake Jansons, Jason Kaus, Brian DeLucci, Stark Maximum, John Parker, Jimmy Scott, Dan Holm, Bartle, Mike Millerburn, and the aforementioned Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine. So thank you all so very much. I drank
No
a whole drink.
Rule 1.
Oh, crap. So thank you all so very much for that. And with that, we'll be done with Monday Night Magic, the Rey Mysterio edition. So thank you all so very much for listening or watching, if you were here live. And go play some Magic.